Alright, so this is episode 8, the Counter Secret Police Cover Operation. The Counter Secret Police. I guess it is the counter to the secret police. Wow, what a freaking assumption. But a little bit of a recap. We saw Anya trying to apologize to Damien since she knows how important Damien is to Operation Strix, or at least to Lloyd's mission. But as she was trying to apologize to him, she was bombarded by a bunch of insults from his goons, and because of that, she ends up tearing up about it. But Damien has been having different thoughts about Anya, especially after she gave him a good old sucker punch. And so, because of that, I don't know. Perhaps he's gotten some sort of feelings towards Anya. You know, the way that he sees that Anya's looking at her. He's definitely seeing her in a different light compared to how we see her, or at least how the anime has been portraying her when we're not looking at her through Damien's eyes. And even though Damien's pride refused to allow him to accept her apology, you know, it's alright, Anya. You're still in the beginning of your school year, and you'll still have a lot of time to try to befriend him. But we did see in the towards the end of the episode that Yor's brother Yori has come back, and he learned the news from Dominic that Yor is now married. You know, Yuri's who's the one who was ringing her on the phone saying like, yo, maybe you should be married by now. So like, why are you so surprised, Yuri? Just saying. But he's probably like, oh fuck. Oh, what did my sister get herself into now? Anyways, I do have my full-length reaction up on Patreon, which you guys can check out in the description down below. Other than that, let us get started. Alright, so that was episode 8 of Spy X Family. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty fun episode. We got introduced to Yuri finally after having mentions of him, so it was very nice. And as Yuri said, you know, he loves his sister very much. Well, he loves her very much in this case. So I thought that was pretty nice, and just being able to see what is it, the secret police essentially, and them rooting out all of the spies. I thought that was very nice. And the other thing that I forgot to mention was I saw someone talk about, it was like in episode 2 when they were when Lloyd needed to find a wife. And then there was a talk between the three ladies at Yor's workplace about how there's someone who went in to sneak to look through documents of only women. And somebody, I remember, had said that maybe that was probably Frankie. Or at least somebody working for Frankie, since he's more or less of an informant. And that's how he found all of the sheets of like all of the unmarried women in the city. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if that's actually Frankie or not, but I just thought that was nice. I thought that talk was just some other random spy, but anyways, going back to the beginning, we got to see like only we got to see like just a small bit of of Anya's school class time. There you go. I really like that. Anya said her answer so confidently. I thought she was gonna stand up and confidently be like, I don't know what the answer is. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to be. That's my future goal, is to be more confident in knowing that I don't know anything. I wanted to check out this spot again when he was talking with Sylvia, I think that was her name, the handler. How's your daughter doing with her academics? HQ was estimating that she'd be able to receive 8 Stella stars in about 4 months. Okay. 4 months. Well, I mean, that's quite a short amount of time for 8 Stella stars, especially for Anya, but she'll be fine. And then Lloyd was like, no, I'm confident she'll get 8 boats in 2 months, which is, damn, dude, half the time. So, by the way, our informant within City Hall was compromised this morning, so it was that guy that we saw later on in the episode. The enemy is stepping up their game. Be on your guard, Twilight. I shouldn't have to say this about being in the city, but be it Eden College or elsewhere, you never know where eyes will be watching you. Okay, she says that, but like, she's the one who's looking like a goddamn witch in the corner of this cafe. So this country's counterintelligence agency is quite tough. So yeah, it's the secret police or the state security service. I need to write that one in. I like that Camilla, after that whole party incident, she's not really showing the attitude that she did before for Yor. So it's very nice. She just came over and just be like, yeah, by the way, you know, this is what he's doing right now. And then this girl's all like, is your younger brother a hottie? He would always call me sis and refuse to leave my side. Yikes, so he's obsessed with his sister. He's a siscon. Pass. Why are you saying that? I thought you had a boyfriend. The fuck? You're just like that dude who's being interrogated right now. You're a man, don't you? You understand? Sometimes your dick just wants something and it'll fucking get it. My wife is boring anyways. That's why I spent all these money messing with girls instead. Good work, First Lieutenant. The boss asked me to take over the questioning. So he's Second Lieutenant. I'll leave the rest to you, Second Lieutenant Briar. Alright, so I'm elite. When I talk to the boss is like, wow, what a cutie. What the fuck? What was it, Yuri adorable? Apparently a master of disguise. Not apparently, he is a master of disguise. So it's nice to see the way that he's talking about Twilight since, you know, what is this country again? Ostania? Or, yeah, I think it's Ostania and Westeros. So like, you know, since they're both opposing side Westeros, their goal is to stop Ostania, or at least this big guy, what is his name? Donovan Desmond, in order to maintain peace between the two countries. But he's saying that the secret police works to maintain peace within the country itself, but not specifically peace with other countries, you know, because according to Westalis, Ostania is trying to start war with them. So he's the villain who's trying to make this world fall into chaos. You could call him my natural enemy. So he calls him his natural enemy, and then Lloyd was on the other end when he figured out that Yuri is working for the secret police, or at least something that's close to that. He's just like, my mortal enemy. That kind of makes me think, what does who is the shopkeeper, and does she also work for Ostania? Since I would assume that's what it is, since the first kill that we saw from her, the first and currently only kill that we saw from her, she said that whoever that guy was betrayed them. I don't know whether them as in like the shopkeeper, you know, the organization the shopkeeper is running, or the shopkeeper's a part of, or the Ostanian government. Ostania. Okay. I really like that they showed a torture scene here in the show that Anya's watching. But it teaches Anya the good lesson of not snitching. even when you're being tortured and all that shit. Do not give out your secrets unless you have no loyalty. But we do see that Anya is learning from the show. So like maybe Lloyd would pick up on this and be and you know, instead of teaching her the math like straight on, put in Bondman, you know? Get someone to make a whole fucking math book based on Bondman. Make some children's book. It's just like Irumaku. Yeah, so the cartoon makes things easier for her to understand, since she likes the cartoon. So, you know, you put the cartoon with the math, she'll fucking catch it. But then that it's immediately wiped by Yuri coming in and talking about the troubles that is coming, which is Yuri coming to visit. These fucking pictures though, dude. Like, they get all like fuzzy about like touching each other's hand accidentally. How did you guys take these pictures, unless it's somehow photoshopped? Although I do find it funny that it looks like yours just wearing the same fucking shirt in both of these pictures. Yes. So fucking stupid, dude. And so we have this, right? Foreign Minister Windsor meets with Westalis Foreign Minister Bronze for 6 days of talks. Is Windsor a part of Ostania? Because if it is, I do find it funny that the TV's playing this while these two, who are on two opposing sides, are shaking hands, with the goal of normalizing diplomatic relations between the two countries. Wow, wow, wow. So I'm going to find out if this man is worthy of my sister, or if this man is going to harm our family or not. Alright. No, of course he's not worthy. Let me take your coats and the thing you're carrying. And he's just over here like, no, fuck you. I'll do that shit myself. If you say so, it must be true. Sorry, sis. I just love that. Yeah, when it concerns his sister, this man's sense of logic goes out the window. Fucking fantastic, dude. But hey, apparently he also forgets things as well, so... Again, like brother, like sisters, they're very similar to each other. Oh, looking at this, I want some sashimi now too. Oh my god. I wanted to see, oh look at that. So what is that? He made fucking boiled eggs and tomatoes with like, I don't know, what is that, pesto sauce? And he's got grapes? I don't know if are those grapes? These are peanuts. Or nuts in general, almonds. And I don't know what that is, olives? And he's got like fucking cheese here for the crackers? If I was Yuri, I'd marry this man too. And that's not me missaying I mean Yuri. And then we have this moment where he bought the wine and Yuri's like, I'll get you drunk and expose you for the filthy villain that you are. But then he can't hold his fucking drink and then he ends up exposing himself in front of Lloyd, who's just now like, oh, I see, so this man is working for the government. But he decides to keep him around since he might be a good informant to him. Give him some good information. Okay, yeah, so he does know that Yuri's working for the secret police. Maintaining this relationship isn't a bad idea. If I play my cards right, he could be a powerful information. And he may be easier to manipulate than I thought. Well, he says that Yuri is gullible, but perhaps, again, like brother, like sister, he might have a little bit of that gullibility too. And if he plays his cards right, especially with Yor, you know, he'll trust Yor. And his sense of logic is tossed out of the window when it comes to Yor, so, you know, you control Yor? You control Yuri. Oh my god. Yor's the secret to controlling Yuri this whole time. God, this is so fucking stupid. The fact that, again, I know that his logic is tossed out the window when it comes to her, but like, she literally comes in just covered in blood and like, what the fuck does she work at? A fucking, the emergency room? Like, is she a surgeon or something? And she doesn't even bother to clean off her blood? Like, does she just walk home like this? Come on, Yor. It's just so funny the way that Yuri's talking about like their childhood and everything, and then you just have this picture of Yor all bloody and shit. But yeah, going back to the terms of gullibility, I mean Yuri's a bit drunk here, but like the fact that he believes what Lloyd said, like, oh my god, did he say meteors? Like, I could protect her from spears, but meteors? Oh my god. How powerful is this man? Albeit, you know, if Yor really wants to, she could probably kick both of your ass at the same time, so. But, you know, it's always nice to have a backup, someone to look out for you, even if you can protect everybody around you. Whew, but alright, I think that's all I wanted to take a look at. God, that flashback scene just really fucking gets me. Also, I realized that I think that's the radiator that's behind him. A little dangerous, don't you think? I just feel like radiators are just dangerous overall. It's literally just a giant piece of metal that's heating up in the middle of your room, and there's no, like, there's nothing blocking you between it and it and yourself. So, like, you're just walking by and you forget about it for just, like, 1 second, you touch it, and it just burns you anyways. If I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.